Alrighty. Some people were interested in why I do my maps. And one of the biggest reasons that I got into it, or rather, I shouldn't say why I got into it. I got into it because I wanted to do art for my D&D game. Um, but why I kept with it is I didn't understand this until a few years ago. I have ADHD and anxiety, and until a few years ago, I didn't understand why I enjoyed making maps so much, and now I do. Basically, making maps, especially when it comes to the mountains and the coastlines, really helps me get out that ADHD energy. And if you have ADHD or anxiety, you know what I mean. People with ADHD have a tendency to fidget a lot. And afterward, or even during, we feel guilty because we spent so much time fidgeting that we didn't get anything done. While doing this helps me get out that excess energy and still feel like I did something resembling productivity. So, this is kind of my method. Now, I've got a bunch of different tools here, really simple, but these are what I use. I use an eraser that has more of a corner to it for when I want to do some extra little dibbly dits. I've got a smaller eraser. I've got, well, a broken pencil, but a 5H pencil, and some basic number 2 mechanical pencils that there's nothing really special about them, with the exception of, I believe it's this one. Yeah, this one I have sharpened using some sandpaper. The reason being is when I want to get smaller details, like you can see these curves here, stuff like that, it's easier to get with this sharpened pencil than not. But for my method on coastlines is I'll pick a general shape. So for this simple island, I suppose, we'll just go with get some of that energy out with a nice simple shape like this, right? It's nice, simple. It has a general island-ish shape, and I like it. It's pleasing to my eye, specifically. And then I'll take that, and I'll usually just lightly erase it. I still have that general shape. I can still see it. And what really helps me is I'll just start here, and I'll just start going like squiggly lines, following that general shape. And it doesn't have to be exact. In fact, the less exact, the better, I feel. But I'm following this general idea of the shape. And you can get really small changes with that sharpened pencil. But just to show you that you don't have to have it, this is just a decently sharp pencil here. And I've got this really weird looking thing here, but that's okay. Because if I want to keep that shape, if I like how it looks, I'll usually put a star next to it. And then I'll afterward, when I'm done with the map proper, I'll figure out a way. Why does this look this way? Maybe it's maybe it's an artificial bay or a harbor. And you can go a lot faster and get a lot more squiggles if that feels good to you if you have ADHD, or if you like just the way it looks. And that can be an indication of, oh, there's a lot more erosion in this area. It's the currents are a lot more tumultuous. So over here it might be a nice semi, I don't want to say calm, but calmer waters over here. Say something similar to the Atlantic Ocean, the eastern coastline of the U.S. Not necessarily super calm, but calmer, versus over here, it might be super tumultuous. There might be a lot of storms, and that's why it's eroded in very odd places. And I didn't expect to actually get into coastlines, but whatever, that's fine. So over here, to try and designate that, I'll do a lot more waves. I'll go in different directions to show that the waves are really finicky in these areas. And if I don't like the way something looks, it's so much easier, for me at least, to go, okay, I like most of this, but I don't like, say, this little part here. So you can just go in and erase it just a little bit. Give it a different shape that I like more. And then once that's all done, I just go in, I ink the coastlines that I like, and I'll erase it so that this all gets cleaned up. And I might throw in a mountain here. Mountains are very much the same way, where they really help with my ADHD. And say this mountain gets a lot of sun. And it's got a twin right here. Point being, truthfully, a bit lighter on the shade here to show that it's shadow cast from this mountain landing on this one. Point being, as I was saying, that these squiggles, and that's all this is just squiggles. There's no real super technique like when you draw a face where you have to draw the construction lines and stuff like that. There's nothing like this here. There's none of that. There's only getting that energy out and turning that finicky ADHD energy into something a little bit more creative and productive. Go a little bit down here to show that it's not just a random mountain. There's, highlands. Stuff that's leading up to the mountain. So this is, Isla Anxious. Sure, let's go with that. Why not? But yeah, that's my short idea on how I do coastlines and how it helps me with my mental illnesses. My anxiety is helped by this. My ADHD especially is helped with this. I hope this was enlightening and that you learned something from it. And no matter what, have a great day. Remember that I love you, no matter who you are. And that I wish nothing but joy and love for you in your life. Peace out. God bless.